So, if you're ready. So, yet again, good evening everyone, and apologies for being just over 30 minutes late back from the previously agreed adjournment. The reason for that was for all members at the same time to hear the briefing as to the urgent items that will appear on the as part of this agenda this evening. So I'm going to move from that to item 1, apologies for absence. Jenny.
Thank you, Chair. We've heard apologies from Councillor Cockshaw with Councillor Jeffries substituting.
Thank you. I'm going to move, to item 2, which is the minutes, and to approve as correct record of the minutes of the General Services Committee meeting held on 6th of July 2022, to approve the correct record of the minutes of the General Services Committee held on the 11th of July 2022, to be found at pages 5 to 12. Have they been read, and are there any notes or to be agreed as written? Great, thank you. Item 3. To receive items of urgent business. This is to receive additional items that the chairs of the opinion should be considered as a matter of urgency in accordance with section 100B, open bracket 4, close bracket, part B of the Local Government Act 1972. So, as members of the committee, you would have received 2 items of urgent business through email earlier this week. Both of those items have been withdrawn. However, I have been notified of 2 new additional items of urgent business that need to be discussed. This was the information that was discussed at the briefing a few minutes ago. So I am minded to bring those forward. They will be dealt with after declarations of interest, and as they are a matter of employment rules, it will be after a vote to exclude members of the press and public. So I now move to item 4, declarations of interest. Anyone who's got declaration of interest, Councillor Kent.
Chair, I will have a declaration of interest when we come to the exempt item, but with permission I will state the nature of that interest when we reach the item.
Thank you, Councillor Kent. Councillor Worrell.
Chair, my reasons explained are exactly the same as Councillor Kent.
Thank you both for that. Just to be clear, that will apply to one of the items, not both. Yep. And it's just really for clarity. So, from that, I'm now going to move as part of the meeting to move to exclude the exclusion of the press and public. Members are asked to consider whether the press and public should be excluded from the meeting during consideration of an agenda item on the grounds that it involves the likely disclosure of exempt information as specified in Part 1, Schedule 12A, the Local Government Act 1972, or it being confidential for the purposes of Section 100A, open bracket 2 of that Act. In each case, members are asked to decide whether, in all circumstances, the public interest in maintaining the exemption and discussing the matter in private outweighs the public interest. That's not whether the public are interested, but whether the interest of the public is served by disclosing that information. So I'm moving that we exclude the press and public. Is that seconded? And is that agreed? Agreed. Great. So with that, I would ask all members of the press and public and other people who would not normally be privy to this to please leave the room. Councillor Birds, as chair, I'll have to ask you to leave this meeting. You are, for the matter of the purpose of this meeting, you will not be entitled to this information, so I must ask you to leave.
The chair can let me stay.
The chair is not minded to allow you to stay solely, and I will make this clear, as this is an employment matter, and I do not want to put the council at additional risk. That is all.
Are you not at risk because you've slated them and said they're not doing their job, and then you're actually
I'm not here to debate it with you,
Well,
Councillor
okay,
Burns.
throw me out, it's all
I-
right. You, the press, just say, can I make it 100% clear that one of the leaders of the opposition has been thrown out of the meeting by Councillor Gledhill, the disgraced ex-leader? Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Burns. We'll be in contact with that.
Okay.
That will be stricken from. Actually, no, that will be put in the record. Thank you very much.
I hope it is.